Hello and welcome to another Dofus video with Caleb. My channel is Caleb's Chill Gaming and I'm focused mainly on Dofus. So today we're going to look at the 5 free dungeons that you can run in the free to play area. I'm going to rank them from the worst to make karmas all the way to the best. First, I'm going to show you on screen my characteristics so you can get a gauge of how much prospecting and everything that I have to hopefully give you a a base level of where I'm at. Your results will differ from where I'm at. Secondly, we're going to look at the calculation that I've used to figure out how many times we can run this in an hour. I'll put that on screen now. You can see that it's 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. So all we do is we times 60 by 60, which gives us 3600. And all we do is we take 3600 divided by the time in seconds it takes us to run the dungeon, and that'll give us an approximate time we can, how many times we can run that dungeon in an hour if we keep up that same pace. So from my dungeon runs, I haven't ran them as quickly as I possibly could. I've run them at a relatively easy pace. So if you were to run them for an hour, you would feel pretty comfortable doing that. Number 5. The Kickroach's Lair. So the total cost to run this dungeon is about 2,799. For the karmas that you get, you can sell them for about 7,329 karmas. The runtime is 314 seconds, which is the longest out of the free to play dungeons, and that makes it a runtime of about 11 times in an hour I'd be able to grind this. So the potential profit, once we've got our calculation, is just the times we can run in an hour times by the difference of the total sale minus the total cost, which is our profit margin, and gives us just under 50,000 karmas, which is not very good for an hour's work. Number 4, Kardorim's Crypt. The total cost for this is 29 karmas, which is for the key. I did not capture the soul because he is a very easy boss dungeon to kill, and I think that anyone who is probably over level 50 or 60 could kill him in a couple turns. I killed him in one turn, so I didn't feel the need to capture him because people could go back. So you can see our total cost is 29. We can sell the items for approximately 3,160 karmas per run. It takes 122 seconds to run it. So we could run that dungeon about 29 times in an hour, which is pretty good, and gives us a total profit of about 90,000 karmas in an hour. So that's pretty good. Number 3 is the Field Dungeon. Our total cost is 2,070. Total sales is 8,129 karmas. Runtime is 198 seconds, which gives us a runtime of about 18 times we can run that dungeon in an hour. So if we do the same calculation, we can work out that we can do this dungeon in about 100. We could probably make about 110,000 karmas in profit if we smash this dungeon out for an hour over and over, and it's not a very fun one. Number 2 is the Royall Gobball's dungeon. So the total cost to run this dungeon is about 3,000 karmas. The total sale price is about 10,998 karmas, which is definitely a lot better than the previous ones. The runtime is 184 seconds. So if we use that calculation, we can figure out that we can run that dungeon about 19 times in an hour. And if we do that, we can make a potential profit of about 151,000 karmas in an hour. And number 1, if you haven't figured it out already, is Sandy Castle. So including the capture of the dungeon soul is 2,200 karmas. Our total sale is about 12,985 karmas, and runtime 173 seconds. So we use that formula, which is 3,600 divided by the time it takes us to run the dungeon, and that will give us how many times we can run it in an hour approximately. So for Sandy Castle, I can run this one approximately 20 times in an hour, and that gives me a potential profit of 215,000 karmas, which is pretty good for a dungeon that you can do over and over. It's definitely not a fascinating one. It's pretty brain dead. All you do is you just hit the monsters. There's nothing more to it. If this has given you any sort of inspiration on how to make karmas in the free to play area, then please do leave a like and give a subscribe, and be sure to look out for more videos like this coming out very soon. Thanks for watching.